So when you think of the number 8, you think of Kobe Bryant, Cal Ripken, Alex Ovechkin, right? But what if I told you there's a new king of number 8s? Yeah, I'm gonna break this video down. So here's why I think Lamar Jackson is possibly the greatest 8 to wear the number 8 of all time in sports. I'm gonna break it down. Here's the stats for Lamar Jackson. So 2019, at just 23, he became the first quarterback in NFL history to win MVP unanimously. That season, he led the league with 36 passing touchdowns and rushed for over 1,200 yards. He set a new standard for dual threat quarterbacks. So let me say this once. Dual threat quarterbacks were frowned upon by many people in the NFL. A lot of the typical quarterbacks that you would normally coaches would look at would be like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Aaron Rodgers. These types of quarterbacks people love. But the fact that Lamar Jackson is able to do this at a high level is really, really unheard of. He followed it up with another 1,000-yard rushing season in 2020. He became the first quarterback to do it twice. Even though the playoffs, Lamar Jackson is failing. Sometimes the Ravens lose in the second round. That still does not. It should not interfere of why he's still one of the greatest to wear the number 8. And as of right now, Lamar Jackson has over 12,000 yards and 100 plus touchdowns. And he has a strong passer rating. And he has multiple 3,000 passing yard seasons. So he's a legit passer, people. Let's get this out the way, because I'm tired of people saying he's not a good passer. He can pass the ball. Now, he's have 25 plus rushing touchdowns, the most ever by a quarterback, and is the only one to average over 100 rushing yards per game in multiple seasons. So he can play quarterback. This is the thing. This is why I think he's one of the greatest to wear the number 8. This is why. You got people like Kobe Bryant. Listen to these stats. 5-time NBA champion. 18-time All-Star. 2-time Finals MVP. And he's had 33,643 career points. Now, these are all different sports. Basketball, football, it doesn't matter. The fact that these stats are just part of the story. It's the impact that the player has on the game. Alex Ovechkin, 9-time Rocket Richard Trophy winner, most goals in a season, 2018 Stanley Cup champion, and he has over 850 plus career goals. So, like Lamar Jackson, Ovechkin pushed the limits of his position, redefining what it means to dominate. So, Lamar Jackson is really making it too easy right now for himself. He makes it look too easy. And his teammates. And the fact that all he really needs is a Super Bowl is probably the only thing stopping. Like, it's the only thing stopping Lamar right now. And then you have Cal Ripken, 2-time MVP, 19-time All-Star, 2,632 consecutive games played in the MLB. He's had 3,184 hits and 431 home runs. Now, you're wondering why all these stats matter. It doesn't really matter about the stats. The stats matter, but it's what kind of impact that each of these players had in each of these different sports. That's the main point that I'm trying to make. Lamar Jackson is making his own stamp on the NFL as a dual threat quarterback. Now, he's struggled. We know he struggled. He struggled in the postseason. Chiefs, the Buffalo Bills. He struggled in all them games. But I'm trying to tell you is that's mostly due to his coach. His coaching is not good most of the time. When it comes down to critical moments, the Ravens have to make a way where Lamar Jackson can maximize his opportunities when they're in these playoff games, because the Ravens have a Hall of Famer on their hands right now, and they know that. They know they have a Hall of Famer, and the fact that he could be one of the greatest to wear the number 8 is really is something to really think about, because at the end of his career they might even retire his number 8. And the Ravens, they do a lot of they retire a lot of numbers. They retired Ray Lewis number. They retired Ed Reed number. They retired a lot of one of the greats to play for the Baltimore Ravens. And the fact that Lamar did this in such limited years, like 7 years, is kind of crazy. And he's only 27, and he's got like 10, at least a good 5 to 10 more years to play in the NFL. And I think his game will get better every year. He's going to lose his speed because he's going to get older. But I think his experience and his way of adapting to the game over time will help him succeed even when he gets older. So these are my final thoughts. Each of these number 8s, they just changed the game in their own way. That's all this is. He's rewriting on how a quarterback can dominate. That's all he's doing. And the fact that he can make an influence on the game is crazy. A lot of teams are trying to get Lamar Jackson on a team, and it's so hard. It's so hard to get that type of athleticism and twitchiness and able to find holes in offensive lines and rushing lanes. It's really hard. So that's all my thoughts. Leave a comment, subscribe, and let me know what y'all think. Do you think Lamar Jackson is one of the greatest to wear number 8 and line him up with Kobe Bryant, Ovechkin, Cal Ripken, one of those greats that wore number 8, do you think he deserves that on his resume? Do you think he deserves that? Leave a comment in the leave a comment down. If you like this type of content, like and subscribe. And yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got for y'all today.